Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to another video. I am your host, That Jaguar Guy, and today we're going to be doing a deep dive into Calvin Ridley. Now, in case any of you guys don't know who he is, the Jaguars traded for him in the 2022 to 2023 season, and I'm just going to be talking about why he is going to be a game changer for the Jacksonville Jaguars in 2022. Or no, not 2022. 2024. So, let's go over this trade first of all, because it's a very interesting one. So here on NFL.com, it says, Jags have acquired suspended wide receiver Calvin Ridley from the Atlanta Falcons. NFL Network insider Ian Rappaport reported on Tuesday, per sources informed of the situation. The Falcons trade returned as two future draft picks that could range from a maximum compensation of a 2023 fifth-rounder, 2024 second-round pick, which would be conditional upon Ridley's reinstatement. Should Ridley be reinstated past a certain date, the 2023 fifth-round pick will turn into a sixth-round pick. If Ridley makes the team in 2024, the second pick will be worth at least a fourth-round pick. Playing a time milestone converts the pick into a third-rounder, and the Jaguars will give up a 2024 second-round pick if the team strikes a long-term deal with Ridley. So it's a very interesting trade, I'm not going to lie. But it's interesting. I don't really know how to think about the trade. It's kind of just there. I mean, Calvin Ridley, he's bona fide wide receiver one. So trading a sixth and a second for him, it's a steal in my opinion. I think that's perfect. That's a great trade. The second round pick isn't next year, so hopefully, I mean, as long as we get to keep a first, I'm fine. Because we do need a lot of holes in the roster. So I'm glad we didn't give up a first this year for Calvin Ridley. I'm glad we only got to give up a second and a sixth, and a fifth that could turn into other stuff. Who knows? But Calvin Ridley was drafted in 2018 by the Atlanta Falcons, and he went for 821 yards and 10 touchdowns. A great rookie season. Played all 16 games. 2019, played 3 less games, but went for more yards, 866 and 7 touchdowns. If he had played those 3 games, would he have broken 1,000? Maybe, maybe not. But it doesn't matter, because 2020 went for 90 receptions, 1,374 yards, and 9 total touchdowns. Yeah, 2020 Calvin Ridley was a beast. He was a freak of nature. One of the best route. A lot of people are saying one of the best route runners in the league. I still think he's one of the best route runners in the league, but we'll get to that in a minute. 2021 only played 5 games due to mental health reasons, and the rest is history. 2022 was traded to the Jacksonville Jaguars, where we are right now. He applied for reinstatement at the time I'm recording this last Wednesday, which was the 15th, I think. Yeah, 15th of February. It's either 15th or the 8th of February. I'm pretty sure it's the 15th, but whatever. So 15th of February, I'm going to go with that. And he's not been reinstated yet. So I don't know how long that process takes. Hopefully he can be back ready to go. So I'm going to be doing a deep dive into Calvin Ridley on what I think he is good at, what I think pros and cons basically, so, of getting Ridley. So let's start off. It's a little lightning round, a little quick video, not going to be super in-depth. So, I'm going to be playing some clips of Ridley over the talking, along with the graphics, so you can see firsthand why I think this about Ridley. So, starting off, we got the pros. Always open. His route running is insane, and it's smart to have a good route runner on this team because Trevor Lawrence is a young quarterback. He has these little, he's growing pains. So, having a guy who is always going to be open for Trevor to chuck the ball to, it's going to be good for Trevor because it gets his numbers up and it makes him look like a better quarterback. So, having a good wideout who can constantly get by coverage means Trevor doesn't have to take too many risks. Yards after the catch, he's really good at just taking the quick check down pass, pummeling through defenders, and getting those extra 3 to 4 yards. He's got the grit and the determination to fight for every yard, and that's what you want in a true quality wide receiver one. Someone who won't back down at the sight of a defender, someone who will just catch it and go. Someone who will catch it and get to more yardage. Next pro is that he's adjusts really well to poor and sloppy quarterback play. Matt Ryan likes to underthrow Calvin Ridley a lot, and Calvin Ridley is really good at adjusting to the situation and catching the pass necessary. A lot of times, Trevor Lawrence likes to overthrow his receivers. Notice that a lot during the later half of the year. And that's good for Ridley. Ridley's got good frame. He is 6'1", 190 pounds. He's also freakishly athletic, so he's able to jump up and adjust to the situation really well. He's also really good at getting to the sideline, so adjusting when it comes to when a defender misses a tackle, he's really good at capitalizing on that and getting to more yardage. Another pro I just talked about, he's aggressive, very aggressive with getting by defenders. He's not afraid to put his body on the line. Many times he'll catch a pass, he'll run, and he'll turn his back so he can still cushion the hit, but he can get those extra yards. He'll also like to just scratch and claw for extra yardage, and that's what you really want in a receiver. Incredible red zone threat. Like I just said, rookie season, caught 10 touchdowns. 2019, caught 7 touchdowns. 2020, caught 9 touchdowns. 2021, caught 2 touchdowns. 28 touchdowns in a span of 4 seasons. That's pretty good in my opinion. He's going to find the end zone a lot due to the previous ability pros that we just talked about earlier. He's going to find the red zone really easily, and that's good for Trevor Lawrence because touchdowns matter in football. Who would have thought? Touchdowns really matter to getting points on the board. Again, who would have thought? So if we can get a good red zone threat, that's amazing, along with Evan Ingram, who's also a pretty good red zone threat, or near the later half of the season, and someone like Christian Kirk. Those three are going to tear it up. Hopefully we can reset Ingram. Holding out hope. Let's get some cons. The only 2 cons I can think of. He hasn't played in a whole year. That's a big because Ridley hasn't played in a whole year. He could be rusty. He could be a shell of his former self. I've heard sources that he is very athletic still. He's kept good shape, but I don't know. I mean, it could. Doesn't mean you're athletic. Doesn't mean you still keep up the good thing. He's also getting up in age. He's 28 years old, and it's going to be interesting to see what he does. Hopefully he is even better than how he was in the past 4 things. So 4 seasons. I don't know why I can't get the words today, but it's fine. So if he can improve from at least his 2021, 2019, 2018 season, that would be really good. Can go for over 1,000. That'd be awesome. I think he will go for over 1,000 if he does play next season, because of all the attributes I was just talking about, and his route running ability is the most thing I cannot stress that enough. He's a phenomenal route runner. He knows what he's doing, and that's always good. He's a veteran receiver. He's mostly played with only like Matt Ryan his entire career, so it's gonna be interesting to see him play with Trevor Lawrence. So yeah, that's probably the biggest con. The other one is he tries to make a lot out of sometimes nothing plays. Sometimes he'll be past a 2-yard ball, tries to get a little bit more out of that, and sometimes leads him to making a bad decision, stepping a couple yards back, and then taking a costly tackle. That's probably the only big complaint I would say about Calvin Ridley that I noticed. Really, I mean, hopefully he doesn't start gambling again. That'd suck, but I mean, that's really the only thing I noticed about him. If y'all can think of anything bad about Calvin Ridley, mention it in the comment section below, because I'm keen to know that. But there's a lot of hope for Calvin Ridley in the next coming week or coming season. So I'm hoping we can continue to build this offense. We've got a lot of good talent on this offense. Got to work on keeping Evan Ingram, so then we can bring back probably one of the better, probably one of the most underrated offenses in the league, with Trevor Lawrence, Christian Kirk, Calvin Ridley, Evan Ingram, and Zay Jones at the helm. Hell, even if the Jags try and go for a guy like Darnell Washington or Dalton Kincaid in the second round, pairing one of them with Evan Ingram too would just make our offense even better. But Calvin Ridley is a great step in the right direction. He's going to be a bona fide wide receiver 1 for us. If not, he's going to be a solid wide receiver 2. Depends on him and Kirk, how well they do together. So, we could have potentially 2 guys go for over 1,000 next season, which is going to be incredible. Especially for Trevor Lawrence, because that means he is slinging the ball down the field. With that being said, hope you guys did enjoy this video. It's a quick little video about Calvin Ridley. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe if you are new. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.